Yes, that is Hawkman and Shazam on the cover fighting Batman and Superman. But before we get to these two, Batman and Superman have to take care of some other superheroes. If you are new here, my name is Dorian. This is SCM Comics, and we are covering the complete Superman and Batman World Finest series. If you want to catch up, the complete playlist will be in the description. Now, on to Superman Batman number 4. So on the first page, we are reminded that there is an asteroid that's on a collision course with Earth that is the size of, I think they said, Australia. It's actually Brazil. I'm gonna leave it in there for shits and giggles. That is from Krypton, so that means it's made of kryptonite. That means it's going to probably kill Superman if it hits. But Luthor is blaming Superman for this asteroid, which makes no sense. That's why you see Captain Atom, Major Force, Power Girl, Katana, Black Lightning, Green Lantern, and Starfire standing in our heroes' way. So obviously our heroes didn't come this far just to be stopped now, so they get to fighting. Superman is dealing with Starfire. Batman is dealing with both Black Lightning and Major Force, just like the song goes, at the same damn time. So Superman doesn't really want to deal with all these guys right now, so he starts flying in circles really fast and he creates this huge tornado. And Batman's like, I hate when he does this, but I understand why he does it, because he's from Kansas, Tornado Alley. So Superman grabs Power Girl and flies off, and then Batman has Katana, and then he disappears. And then Major Force is beefing with Captain Atom, because Major Force is like, we shouldn't even been talking to him, we should have just killed him. And Captain Atom's like, I'm in charge of this, you don't tell me what to do. So then we cut to the White House, and President Luthor is talking to Amanda Waller. He starts taking off his shirt and then grabs this like injection thing and he injects himself with kryptonite. And Amanda Waller's like, are you supposed to be doing that? And Lex Luthor is like, you know, I'm the president, I could do what I want. And then he walks over and then he starts to kiss her. And there's so many things I want to say right now, but I can't, because they'll probably all get me canceled. So we're just going to keep it pushing. So then it cuts to Japan and we see Batman and Katana get out of a boom tube and Superman and Power Girl come flying down. We'll come to find out that Power Girl and Katana have been working with Batman and Superman the whole time. So it doesn't take long for the others to catch up. I mean, most of these guys are used to traveling in space, so getting to the other side of the world is nothing to them. And Captain Atom tells Power Girl and Katana to stand aside and nothing will happen to them. So of course they're having none of that, and Power Girl knocks the hell out of Captain Atom. Major Force hits Power Girl with an energy blast, and then Katana comes out of nowhere and cuts his hand off, which probably wasn't the greatest idea because Major Force and Captain Atom are pretty much walking, talking nuclear reactors. So the others are still trying to fight Superman and Batman, and Superman's like, look, we got a new problem. We need to figure out how to contain Major Force before he blows up all of Tokyo. And Batman knows that the only person that can really help the situation is Captain Atom. So he goes to Captain Atom and he's like, look, I know you're supposed to bring us in. I know you're a soldier. I know nothing supersedes orders, but are you going to let all of Tokyo explode just because you want to bring us in? So Batman convinces Captain Atom to help. So Green Lantern, Black Lightning, and Starfire are doing their best to try to contain Major Force. Captain Atom shows up and Superman goes to him and he's like, I can help. And Captain Atom's like, no, I'm the only one that can go in there and deal with this. Let me do it. And Superman looks sad because I think he knows that this is pretty much going to be a death sentence for Captain Atom. Captain Atom goes into the energy bubble and he absorbs all of the energy that Major Force was putting out, but it's too much energy. There's a big boom and all you see is the suit of Captain Atom come flying down. So then it cuts to the Justice Society of America and we see Mr. Terrific talking to Shazam and Hawkman and telling them, you're pretty much the only two that could bring these two in. And they're like, understood. Then it cuts to Superman, Power Girl, Katana, and Batman, and they're walking into the snow and they're headed up a mountain in Tokyo. And they're like, why can't we fly? And Batman's like, you don't want to be on this dude's radar. 9 times out of 10, even though it's walking, he knows we're coming. Then we see Superman get knocked down, we see a net fall on Batman, and we see that Shazam and Hawkman have caught up to him. So Power Girl wants to talk to Hawkman and Shazam because they're her teammates on the Justice League, but Katana tells her, hey, look, let Superman and Batman deal with them. We got our own mission we gotta do. So then Superman hits Shazam with his heat vision, but he called him Marvel. So if you're old head like me, you know that Shazam is actually the original Captain Marvel. You also know that DC sued the hell out of Fawcett Comics because Shazam, or Captain Marvel, was just a magical Superman. But you also know that back in the 1960s, when Stan Lee decided to change the name from Atlas Comics to Marvel Comics, he also created Captain Marvel in 1967. And in 1973, when DC acquired the license to Captain Marvel from Fawcett, that they couldn't use the name Captain Marvel, they used the name Shazam because Marvel pretty much beat them to it. But I guess I was wrong, because this book was made in 2005 and they're clearly using the name Captain Marvel. You know what? Another video for another day. Back to Superman, Batman. So Hawkman is screaming at Batman to stay down, but you know Batman ain't having nothing of that, and he cuts himself out of the net. So Superman, and I guess I can say Captain Marvel, are going at it. Hawkman and Batman are going at it, and it's not going well for Superman and Batman. So Batman goes to Superman and goes, S, castle. And Superman goes, good idea. Superman catches Captain Marvel's hand and throws him to Batman, and Batman kind of kicks him. Then you see Superman fly over and swoop up Hawkman, but right before he goes up, he hits Captain Marvel with some heat vision. So if you don't play chess, castle is pretty much when the king and the rook switches places. Superman and Batman is pretty much just switched opponents. So Superman, forever the Boy Scout, is telling Hawkman that before he blacks out, he just wanted to say that this isn't personal. And then Hawkman is putting on this gauntlet, and he's like, hey, you think you two invented castling? And he hits him, and he's like, just to let you know before you black out that this is the claw horse, and it's pretty much channeling the magnetic energy from the earth, so I pretty much hit you with the planet. So then Batman is walking over to this boy because Captain Marvel turned back into Billy Batson, and I guess nobody knows on the Justice League that Captain Marvel is Billy Batson, because Batman is shocked, and if anybody would know, it would be Batman. He's even saying that it's a boy that's no older than Robin, and he leans over and goes, son, if you can hear me, what is your name? And Billy Batson goes, Shazam! And then here comes the lightning. And you guys make up your mind, is it Captain Marvel or is it Shazam? And then on the last page, you see Hawkman standing over Superman, and Shazam, or Captain Marvel, carrying Batman. So if you made it all the way to the end, let me just say you are a real one. You either really digging what we're doing here on the channel, or you wanted to watch this train wreck all the way to the end. Either way, since you're here, why don't you just go ahead and